Hello, this is Kev. Honestly, I don't expect anybody to be up this early, so thank you for watching the replay. But this is Black Men being brutally honest. A person that has yet to prove that he has the best show on YouTube to you guys. But some of you already know. And a couple of those people are named Roger and Donnie. They know too. But you can go subscribe to their channels anyway, because they're number 2 and number 3. See, you can be subscribed to the 3 best channels on YouTube just because I said it. Because this is how we're going to start off with 2020. So, yeah, I'm going to find out why some of y'all are actually afraid to let us get in that spotlight. I mean, if you're great, why are you afraid for us to get a little shine? So, we're just going to have to take it. Tune in. You'll see what we're talking about. But, we are the habitual line steppers. But anyway, I just wanted to talk to you for a little bit. I'm not going to hold you up, maybe about 15 minutes. So let's get this show underway.
Oh, you's a corn-fed fool with a lot of muscle mass, but it's time for bullhorn to get up in that ass. Hey, motherfucker.
All right, all right. Yeah, so let's say my voice has been gone for like the past few days. So that's why y'all have not been hearing from me. For anyone out there that might be mildly curious, but my voice is right now at probably 90%. So I decided to give my thoughts on something that I was observing while I had no voice on in the Black YouTube old sphere or whatever y'all like to call it. Y'all like to call it this fear and that fear. We just can't say it. Black folks on YouTube trying to do their thing. I don't know because there is a YouTube Black and there's a Black YouTube, but let's talk about this SYSBM backlash that I've been seeing. I'm a little, I don't know. I'm a little confused about all of the acronym movements that have been in Black man social media as of late. You got the Miggy Twitties. You got them. You got the Ibmores, the IB more. Ibmore is what they like to say it, but I mean, it's just like to me, all that stuff is you want to be represented by more than just being a black man because you feel like, and I get this to an extent, but it's still no excuse. You feel like you're not represented enough as a black man. That the black man representation is quite weak. The reason why the black man representation is quite weak is you need to take a look at the person in the mirror. So I mean, I get that. So I get that a little bit. I don't get it enough to say, hey, why that's still not an excuse to me. But then like it's like with you guys, it's like I don't know. Let's stay within YouTube right now. It's so anti black man. I know most of you don't believe that shit when I say it. It's like it's very anti black man in here. There's always a complaint about black men. Poo poo this, poo poo that. Black men, black men, black men. I mean, so let me put it to you like this. Some of the older guys, we got thick skins, we're intelligent. Some of us are plain up, just straight up dummies. Let's just get that out of the way. And some of the younger guys got thick skins. They're not dummies, but some of them are. I mean, shit. Well, sooner or later, somebody gonna say some of this bullshit. Sooner or later, sooner or later, and it always starts off with a discussion. It always starts off with a discussion. If you're any kind of man, you go to the people you have a problem with. I really hate when I try to participate in discussions and I'm trying to talk to a guy and then some bitter female chimes in and he runs behind her instead of talking to me. It's like the complaints like vary. Like there's just one complaint where they say black men are always arguing with black women online, which I say that is kind of one sided point of view because I would pretty much say the same for black women. They love to argue, they love to poke at black men, they love to start fights, they love to go to black male spaces and troll and start stuff. And then when the black man flips it on them, there's black women and black men that immediately turn against the black man because he spit out some fact he didn't that that he and she didn't like, or or maybe he lost himself and started getting rude and ignorant, calling them all kinds of bitches, which sometimes our people can get you to that point. But anyway, I wonder how everyone is doing out here. So that's the subject for this for the next few minutes. Why the fuck should I care if a black man wants to save himself? I mean, like, imagine being a black man sitting up here looking at your black skin, thinking that, hey, you know what, you're just gonna be accepted in black circles because you're black. But there's always some odd abnormality, and it's just always they're always trying to find something about you that is just not that they don't like you're not hood enough, or we're not talking about physical stuff because let me tell all of you something. uh you, People can get past a man's physical to do anything else with him. It doesn't matter how a man looks, it's always going to matter how a woman looks. But is like this. All of the anti-black man crap that I see from black YouTubers, both male and female, have led to this. Yeah, I do kind of blame social media, but I do blame the true mentalities of people as well. It's like y'all always got something to say. Every time a black man says something. I mean, I give you an example, Dr. Umar. Every time Dr. Umar says something, there's a bunch of people that always got something to say. Shit. Did this anti Martin Luther King shit. Yeah, everybody always got something to say about Martin Luther King. And it goes on and so forth. T.I. trying to be a father to his daughter. Nate Parker trying to make a movie about Nat Turner. Shoot. Colin Kaepernick. Jesse Williams. It's so much anti-black man crap going on right now. It's like, so some of these younger brothers and some of these older brothers are gonna get together and say, well, fuck these folks. I mean, like, all of this anti-black man rhetoric comes with this entitlement. Like, the grown ass black man is just supposed to fall in line every time somebody says something bad or negative about black men. Like, oh, black men, you ain't shit, you defeated. Oh, okay. When you say that, I'm supposed to go out here, like, step outside and look at the sky and say, well, let me start doing stuff to be undefeated. I don't feel like that in the first place. It's like I'm looking at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? Now, I think a requirement to save yourself is to get away from black people or black women. I can't be a part of an SYSBM movement. I can't be a part of this Miggy to Witty movement. I can't be a part of this I Be More movement. I can't do it. But I do understand completely why it happens. I mean, hell. Shoot, just like I said, just look at social media. You can't base everything on social media, but look outside too. Hell, look at how people react to you when they first see you. I mean, let's just say you're in a completely harmless state, minding your business. People still react negative to you just because of what they see in front of you, in front of them, rather. Like they see a black man, and this is not black men. This is not YouTube channel called Black Men Playing Victim. This is black men being brutally honest, and I'll be brutally honest with you. It's not very much for us out there. You know, we have to keep our circle small. I'm not saying go hug nuts with another man. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying based on the support that we've been getting as of late. Hey, why don't you have a few? You're gonna have a few brothers do that. You're gonna have a few brothers say that shit. I'm gonna save myself. But what's that excuse that y'all like to use? Oh, they're just saying that because they're not getting any pussy. I should just start like a lot of y'all say that there's these broadcasts where men ain't doing nothing but talking about hair weave and makeup and stuff. Like y'all should really start writing down those broadcasts or providing links because I'm gonna start showing y'all and providing links to some of the broadcasts that I'm talking about. Is going to call some people out. It is, and really, I ain't got that kind of time to put in to do it anyway. But I got to start providing some evidence. It's like, damn, how many? Okay, let me ask this question for anyone watching at this point in the video. What massive campaign for black men? I mean, for black men. I'm talking about promoting the wellness, promoting black men as a group, positive, positive affirmation, upliftment. What black male movement is out there that is like that for real? All right. I mean, now. See if you can count it on more than two hands, and then put it in the comment section. Like if it's 10 or more, even if it's five or more. I mean, I would like to know what they are so I could start promoting them. Now, turn around for the girls. Now, we're not supposed to care about the girls and what they do and how they're uplifting themselves. And then I understand that women do a lot of that stuff, but that is the whole point. How many positive black female movements, like I'm talking about, like just on social media in real life? I mean, not. I'm not saying. Okay, let's go ahead and be specific. I'm not saying unisex gender organizations. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Oh, okay, if it's both uplifting for men and for women. I'm talking about focused on the gender itself. And I mean, like it's like for black men to start something like that, they're gonna have to go through a bunch of shaming. Why are you doing this? Why are me up here in a circle jerk trying to uplift themselves? Like I've heard all of that before. I mean honestly, from the way my mind is set up, I can't think of a black guy's rock existing or black man magic. I mean, usually when black male upliftment movements are formed or talking about forming them, what do they start saying? I mean, this is no dig on the alphabet people, but I gotta tell you that the LGBT community's lifestyle is used quite frequently to shame heterosexual black male movements in black male spaces. Every time black men come up with something for black men, they got to hit it as gay from those folks. And I mean, like it ain't necessarily white racist or other groups saying this. This is your own people saying this stuff. You have to observe yourself every time you try to do something for yourself as a black man. Here they come with this bullshit. There's a YouTuber still crying about my Facebook group. My Facebook group is named Black Men Being Brutally Honest with Everyone. For some reason, that translates into, oh, these guys hate black women and are possibly gay. That's how it translates to these people. And it's not anything that the group did, although if you troll black men, sometimes black men troll back. It's nothing to do. It's just the fact that y'all are fixed in this fucking mindset. Like I hear it all the time in conversation. For real, if black men go this very far to make a point or to reinforce a talking point, guess what? People go in another conversation and say, "Oh, these black men, they really whiny. They so whiny. It's always whining. Every time a black man disagrees with you, it's always called whining." I mean, what some people consider what I'm doing, and fuck you anyway, is called whining. They're calling it whining. It's like you openly disrespect people you barely know, just because they have a talking point, especially if it's a black man. And these brothers ain't supposed to say one day, "Well, hey, you know what? Fuck these people. I'm gonna save myself." I mean, yeah, it sounds stupid because you can't run from being black, dog. Shoot, yeah, it sounds crazy. Save yourself, black man. Where are you going? I mean, yeah, if you have the money and the resources to relocate to another country where you feel like there's going to be titties and ass everywhere, go right ahead, bruh. But I don't blame you for what got you to that point. I mean, this is like I swear to God, is like I've seen trash can litter more interesting than some of this crap out here because it's repetitious, it's repeated, it's repeated, it's repeated. Repeated anti-black man nonsense. Like it's ridiculous. And like I said, some of the lesser minds in our community are gonna cut and run. Let's see. The Bunker TV. I'm going to join that Facebook page. Find KEVESTER on Facebook. The group is private. I can add you to it. Message me. Yeah, the group has been around for like 2 years. It's been around for 2 years. It's not what it used to be, but I mean, we can definitely bring it back. But I just kind of use the group now to promote whatever I put on YouTube. But it's just Facebook groups. Like I'm gonna tell you, like I put in a status the other day. Facebook is basically now Lipstick Alley on steroids. It's it's Lipstick Alley on steroids. It's like it's very very pro feminist, and I don't mean feminist in a good way. I don't mean women's rights. It is very pro simp. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's like you can't even ask simple questions. I asked this question right here. Let me see. Let me type it up. See. Let me see. Let me put it on display. I ask it verbally. When aren't black men held accountable? When aren't black men held accountable? All right. Yep. I asked that question right there. When aren't black men held accountable? I can never get a straight answer. The answer is always going to be something like black men aren't held accountable or black men aren't held accountable enough. What I like to know is how black men aren't held accountable ever. Like shit. I mean, like, just this, if you're not basing everything off social media, I'll pretty much say the criminal justice system always holds black men accountable. Other black men always hold black men accountable, at least in my circles. At least in my family, we always hold each other accountable. I mean, I know everywhere isn't like that, but like I said, if you reproduce with someone who isn't accountable, that's pretty much on you because you had a chance to vet that person. It's like most people vet people before they let people shoot up in them because of things like STDs and nigga problems. But I mean, if you're not holding people accountable, it's like why are you gonna scream about it afterwards? I see nothing but black men being held accountable. I see black men being held accountable for stuff that isn't black men's fault. Like, why, how am I accountable for another guy getting you pregnant? That's all I hear. These black men need to hold these black men accountable. For how? Tell me how much more a black man needs to be held accountable by another black man. But you know what the problem is? The problem is they want the black men that they disagree with to hold other black men accountable. Because like I say, for all you simp warriors that think you're saving women from words, they don't really appreciate that shit. They want people like me to come forward and say, hey, you know what? These men are fucking up. We need to hold these men more accountable. And that's all they want you to say that verbatim. We need to hold these men more accountable. It's like they never tell you what for because there's always a way to debunk it. it, it, and when you tell them, and then when you ask them what for, then you ask them what for. When they give you a reason, it does shift the accountability elsewhere, or make someone else just as accountable as that black man. I mean, shit. I see a lot of that accountability starts early when you're raising a child. Seriously, that black man is going to become the child that you are raising. Well, not become, but vice versa the other way. When you're raising a child, is going to become the black man that he's going to become. Y'all know what I meant. But it's just that's truth right there. You know, you raising these guys out here that's going trying to say something like, "I want to save myself." Shit, it's like every black man I know that loves women had a great mother. They had a great mother. They had a great female support system, but that was balanced out by the men as well. That there was a strong male presence. Shit. If you got 19 and 20-year olds out here talking about I'm gonna save myself, where in the fuck did they get that idea from that quickly? Where did they get that idea that quickly to save themselves? You tell me. And I mean, yeah, some people act like this is automatic. Like they just woke up one day and say, "Oh man, I need to save myself." All these people keep like, no, some of these guys really tried. I mean, I don't have a choice. I feel like I have to work with black people. That's why I'm here. Why would I want to? Why would I want to run away, save myself? Like name this YouTube channel what this and what I represent. No, I don't qualify as a black man trying to save himself because you know what? I made a child. When you make a child, you don't get to save yourself. But then again, why the fuck should I care if a black man wants to save himself? What incentive are you guys giving that black man to stay? Entitlement? Oh, you have to stay, buddy. Y'all keep shitting on the guys. You gotta stick around. You gotta stick around so we can pick on you. I was like, man, it's like y'all always reminding these guys that they're black, but you're not considering their blackness. You want them to consider your blackness. And you know what? That's cool. That's cool. Because I feel like there's a struggle and a challenge that comes with being black that none of us should ever try to run from, or you just end up looking like an idiot. So I'm still not on the fence with this. I'm still not. I'm still like, yeah, whatever, dude. Do you be successful? Because really, when you talk about a black man saving himself, you can put that in the realm of self improvement. That means he's not focused on anyone else but himself. But what we're trying to work on is to stop guys in the future from getting to this mentality. I mean, but if the other side doesn't want to put up an effort, fuck them. Save yourself, black man. Save yourself. Shoot, you like it, I love it. I can't. I got responsibilities. Shoot. I mean, I have to save my family, but y'all, I don't know. All this bitching and moaning and griping about this whiny group of black men. It's like fuck y'all. Like fuck all y'all. All y'all do is get on your little YouTube channel. These black men be yeah, these black men. I don't know what they talking about. Oh, they so hateful. Go ahead, leave. Bye, bye. Shit, they y'all be crying like when they gone. Hey, where you at? Oh, I don't know, like in a TV show. John, where are you, John? Like, nigga, stop. It's the same shit as been ever since I could start walking as a toddler. Uh, Just it's the same shit. Black people always trying to find a way to divide themselves. I mean, yeah, the acronym movements are guilty of this too, but it's just that it's always like something. It's always something. Different families, different street corners, different neighborhoods, schools, cities, north versus south, east versus west, African versus diaspora Africans versus ADOS versus niggas that don't care. Hell, you just keep doing it. You keep doing it. Shit. So why are you fucking shocked that there's a movement named SYSBM now? Hell, it's just another movement. Oh, Bloods, Crips, Death Row Records, Bad Boy. Like, yeah, it's more BS. It's more BS. It's more BS to split up people. All these black men movements, though, I will say this: why can't they just call themselves black men? Like I said earlier, I guess black men are represented too weak. But hey, you know what? As black men, we can change that. We can change our representation. I'm not mad at the representation because the narrative is not really coming from black men for real. When the narrative comes from black men and the representation is weak, that's when I become angry. But first, we gotta represent ourselves. That's number one right there. You can't expect anyone, even black women, to represent you in a way that makes you look positive. You can't. You can't especially say that from you can't expect that from white media. Hell no. Any black man going to white media thinking anything positive besides your sexual prowess, I have to wonder about you, black man. I have to. Shoot, we're supposed to represent ourselves. I mean, that's why I'm not so mad at the representation. I see it every time I turn on the TV. The black man is represented as a weak male. He an irresponsible, deadbeat dad. They go out of their way to make him soft, feminine. I mean, as far as how the black man is represented on television. I mean, let's just say this: you don't have very many positive examples when it makes him look like a strong, upstanding alpha hetero male. But that's up to people like us. That's up to people like me, since they won't do it. And I'm not expecting them to do it because unless there's a black man in front. But then, like I said, they'll run to people like Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry. They won't run to anybody that is going, that's going to represent us in a strong, more masculine. When you speak of, yeah, that's another thing. When you hear that word masculine as far as black men, now it's toxic masculinity. Now it's toxic masculinity. This is why black men are so mad sometimes. Every time you think of somebody in a straight, normalized, kind of hetero masculine way, it's time to put them down. It's time to it's time to demoralize the argument. Your masculinity is toxic. Calm down. Don't say anything about yourself. Yeah. I mean, it's like, bruh, it's like, okay, the first one or like the first two, three times, cool, but after a million times, it's like, ugh, you really get on my fucking nerves. It's like we got more narratives out here trying to demoralize us just trying to be men. Shit's ridiculous. You making you're making you're making Kenneth, little Kenneth, not want to be a man too much. I mean, they're giving us a really bad look out there. But like I've said before, I said it again, it's now up to strong, free thinking black men to represent that image now. That's up to us now. We cannot rely on anyone else to do it because it's shit out here. Say yourself, black man. Like I said, I don't qualify, but why should I care? Mm. Man Code TV, what's up? God Word Save 7, what's going on? Thanks for being here once again. I guess I'm just gonna update y'all a little bit. My voice is just returning. I think I'm probably back at like 90%. My voice has been gone for the past few days. That's why I've been kind of MIA. If you listen to my Juicy J broadcast, you'll hear exactly what I'm talking about. I could barely talk then, but I just had to get on there with something. And seeing a lot of, and what I've seen is a lot of SYSBM backlash. Save yourself, black man. But they're calling it another whiny black man movement, and it's just like this. Why are you calling in the first place? Why are you calling black men movements whiny? Why wouldn't people agree that black men need a movement? Not so much a movement, but just to reset the mentality. A need to reset the mentality. It's like it's some BS out here. It really is. The last thing I think black men should do is run from it. But like I said, like okay, let's talk about the self improvement piece. If a black man wanted to save himself, don't save yourself sitting on somebody's couch. Save yourself by learning a skill or using the skill that you already have. I mean, if you try to sit there and save yourself and then you have nothing to show for it, then maybe you are just complaining and whining. I mean, like I said, you can't save yourself from your mom's basement. Stoic one. Good to see you, man. It is really just a mode of thought or philosophy. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I agree with that. It's like, which to me makes it nothing to really complain about. I mean, maybe these guys are talking about not chasing hoes all the time. Shoot. I mean, why they think about like they can save themselves? Let them brothers save themselves. Let them boys be great. Let the boys be great. It's like, why sit up there and cry about it? It's like, if people are doing so much better with their lives, why are they spending time on this? Yeah. Now. Before I go, I'm gonna answer a question that I'm gonna answer a question that no one asked. But I do get asked this quite often in back chats. People ask me why do they never see me in other chats? Hell, I mean, I don't know. I got a disease. It's called timeout itis. It's like every time I make a comment, I get timed out. Even if I just say hello, I get timed out. It happened yesterday. It happened a couple days ago. It happened a couple days before that. I just get timed out all the time. I'm not even being disrespectful. But here goes another point I'm trying to make. A lot of you just don't like strong patriarchal alpha black males or black men. You just don't. You just don't. Hell, it's like I'm getting timed out on big channels. Why the fuck would I get timed out on a big channel? I'm a small fry, right? Seriously, that shit sucks. But at the same time, I don't have to sweat it because I got a YouTube channel. I don't have to sweat being timed out and people like, and I'm talking about, I'm just saying hello, peace, chat. How you doing? You've been timed out for 300 seconds. I was like, all right, do I bother you that much, or do you already know me from Facebook? I mean, that's cool. That's cool. We'll run across each other one day, and then I'm gonna ask that same question. If I got timed out on your channel, I'm gonna ask you why. Why? Why? Who the blue wrench got such a grudge against me? And I'm not coming in like, oh, the world against me, the world against black men. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is like this. If I time you out, I'm gonna tell you why. I don't hide because I get it out the way. I don't leave that mystery. I'm straight up with you. I'm brutally honest. If I time you out, I'm gonna tell you why. And then people just like, yes, yeah. Let me. I mean, like Stoic One. Let me put it to you like this: my Facebook group has been mentioned more times behind my back than I know about. If I go onto a broadcast and like if I hear within the first minute or two that group black men being brutally honest, definitely it has been said more than several times. Oh, it's that guy. Like seriously, like people earn this blue wrench and then they feel like they're gods among people who are just typing in words. Like get the fuck out of here. Fuck your blue wrench. I mean, no disrespect. No disrespect to the people that have blue wrenches and the people who have blue wrenches in my chat because I don't give blue wrenches to whole people, whole ass people. I don't do that. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's just that what I'm saying is the end of the day is this. I have my own presence. Stoic One knows it. I don't need anyone else's presence. Like the intention in the first place was to build my own YouTube channel. If I have my own base of people, I ain't got to worry about doing all that dumb shit. All right, Blackfoot. Does who I mess with make me more or less of a black man? If you make that decision and you are solid with it, it makes you more of a black man. Cause let me tell you something. Men fuck with who they want to fuck with. Period. It ain't a tough decision. It's not a tough decision. It's 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 not you're not obligated to be with a certain person to confirm your blackness to someone like me. At least me. I can't speak for the general populace like all these other people try to do. But to me, your actions is going to determine whether you are more or less of a black man. And if you feel good about that choice, Blackfoot, you go right ahead. To me that makes you more of a black man. Primarily people with black feminist sensibilities. Yeah, yeah. Somebody said something very interesting the other day, and this was on Facebook. He like it's because these girls keep coming forward with this whole why y'all let feminism destroy the black community. You guys are cowards. Fight back. Feminism. No, and then one guy was like, no, 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 no. Feminism did not destroy the black community. Feminism destroyed the black woman. I mean, uh, and I was like, wow, I really wish I would have thought myself to put it that way. And I would have come on YouTube and stunned it like I thought about that on my own. But like, I'm sorry, I didn't think about it. But I have to give, I have to give credit to the black man. And I'm not going to tell you his name, but to the black man that said that feminism pretty much did destroy the mentality. Think about it. It destroyed the mentality of the black woman. It's like, not all. You got to say not all. Not all black women have been destroyed by this monster known as feminism, but think about the mentality. It's like black men cannot even get respect in a conversation from black women. Also think about this. For black women who love and speak on behalf of black men, they are attacked viciously by other black women, called pick me, called mammy. I've heard mammy before. It's like y'all reach down in the drudges for your insults. You even pull your insults from white supremacy. Yeah, I've seen a lot, like a lot of people talking about these niggas. Like they be black people, these niggas. And whenever you say the word nigga, you're implying black man. So I don't want to hear none of that shit. Yeah. So yeah, people think like that. Yeah, they got, but it comes from bitterness and blamelessness as well. It does. It just does not make any fucking sense. It doesn't. But you know how many of these conversations you see on a regular basis actually make some goddamn sense. They'll make sense for a second, then it goes into, oh, this black man talking about the one feature I'm self conscious about. Let me see, Blackfoot. I knew it would eventually come down to how could you let me destroy us, black man. Hmm. Let me think about. Did you word that correctly? Let me think about how to actually take. How could you let me destroy us? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. Oh, maybe you're talking about the blamelessness piece. Mm, yeah. Now here's what I want to clarify for the audience. I'm not here to per se bash black women, as they say that I was here to do. Like I received a comment, "Oh, this channel does nothing but bash black women." I was like, "You mean to tell me out of my 200 plus videos, that's what you got?" But if there is a narrative that is like kind of toxic that's going around, I will do my best to defend, since like there's really no other black men out here doing it for real. Like there are a couple of black male YouTubers that do represent black men, represent thinking black men. But I gotta say, some of the bigger ones, or the ones that I would say some of the ones that bought their subscriber base, paid for it. Like some of those guys, they don't do it. They don't do it at all. It's like a lot of these black men, a lot of these black men, they go in it for themselves. Like they become a self guy. They're not a black man. They want to rise and soar above black men. Let me tell you one way they do this. Um, One way they do this is like this. If they get the approval of females who are usually bitter, usually say a lot of bad, negative, vitriolic things about black men. See, that's validation right there. If I can get that hateful bitch to like me, that confirms me as a black man. And then I can point the finger and look down on those black men that she's talking about. Yeah. And I mean, you know those YouTuber guys that do that shit. I don't need to say their names, but they do it. These are some of the guys I be talking about. They act like they're the best black man in the world. Like, you need to learn from my black man example on how to be a black man. Let me be a leader of black men by not actually talking to black men, but talking about black men around the simps that don't care and these black women with these feminist mindsets that just are misandric haters. That shit right there makes me sick to my fucking stomach. You can't talk to me about me, but you can talk about me to other people. I don't know. That's kind of being a chicken shit. But not me specifically, but we do this with black men. Stoic one, me neither. I'm in no way want to attempt to dictate to a black man which sort of women he chooses. Yeah, let me talk about that a little bit. I mean, we have these black women that say these black men have sold out and they're weak, and they go get these white women and they describe the white men. They describe the white women that these guys end up with, and like again, we get called like I'm not with a white woman, but I don't really give a shit. Then they get called the gay and all that. Oh, you're gay because you mess with white women. Let me ask you a question. Name a movement of black women that's really making the case for black women as far as the black love relationship, instead of acting like it's some form of entitlement. Like, oh, you got to be with me because I'm a black woman. No, it's not ever going to be. You got to be with me because I love and cherish you, black man, because I think you're a god, But those women get called mammies and pygmies. Name a consistent movement of black women that promotes the black man and has made the case for the black relationship. Like I'm gonna give you a real quick example. When Dr. Umar R. Johnson appeared on TV, like News One with Roland Martin, and he started talking about the black family. The first person to speak out against that narrative was a black woman. I'm not saying turn against black women. Don't. I'm not ever gonna say that. But I mean that's a fact. That's a fact. So great job making a case for black relationships and black love right there. A man called TV. What I never understood, man, is how the hell do black women have more disdain for black men than they do for white men? I mean, I'm gonna pull a word out that I don't like. I mean, it's the usual typical self hate word. Um, what happens is that those black women that are like that, they get the skate. They get the skate, meaning that the negative narratives don't usually attack them. And one of those narratives is the coon narrative. Now, the only way that a black female really gets called a coon, excuse me, is if she goes against President Obama on national television. If she goes against President Obama on national TV, she gets that coon label. Example: Stacey Dash. Black women get away with it a lot more because I would say that black men spend more time trying to get sex from black women. It's like the coon narrative, and those narratives will never hit women. Like, women get, like, people don't understand. Women are protected in a lot of these social media narratives. In the mainstream media narratives, they are very protected. It's like this. I give you another example: Facebook trolling. When a black woman trolls on Facebook, and she could say awful shit like, "Oh, cops ain't killing y'all fast enough," it's seen as trolling. Example: YouTuber, and the only reason I'm saying her name is because she's big. Cynthia G. A lot of black men say Cynthia G is just trolling, and this is something and some of the most disgusting things come out of her mouth. But let a black man, I would say, clear the debt of an entire graduating class of young black men and their parents. Guess what the first thing black people are gonna do? They're gonna run their social media and they're gonna see who he's fucking. Now, as far as the white man piece, oh man, let me tell y'all something. I've seen places where I saw a post where a white man killed his mixed daughter, and none of the black women spoke out against the white man. I was like, not even a disgusting pig, none of that shit. The first comment by a black woman was, "Well, black men do more to black women, so why should I care?" Now, I really wish I had screenshots to go along with this because you got to provide tangibles every time you make you make an accusation or some kind of you got to provide a tangible because people will just run to, well, I don't believe you and I don't believe this happened, you lied. But yeah, Stoic One says he knows that story, and I think it happened in Carolina somewhere. But if anything is as simple to look up as a Google search, in fact, let me see. Let me look on man kills mixed daughter. I bet you I kill. I bet you I find it. Man kills mixed daughter. Yeah, white man kills biracial daughter. Okay, I think I'm finna screen share it. I do remember the picture. Come on now. I'm supposed to have this high speed internet, so internet is never really high speed. That's up to the government. But just come on. I got the story pulled up. Well, let me go ahead and screen share. Yeah, I know Stoic One. You can attest to what I'm saying, but I want to show the people. See, boom, boom. Yes, that's the story right there. White man kills his biracial daughter, turns himself in. The Facebook group that I was having this discussion in, and it was like four of them, four young women. It was like they weren't blaming the white man at all. Like they were not blaming him at all. They were blaming black men for this. Like it was surprisingly. I mean, it's trolling to an extent, but I feel like the reason why people troll is because they're morons. Is like if they're always trolling, I understand some trolling because some people deserve it. But trolling, especially with something like this, I don't know. It's just like I don't know. Just pick where you troll sometimes. I mean, but it goes back to what's the name of that Me Too lady, Toronto Burke, saying that she made that statement. It's not my job to go after white men. However you want to take that, but these little girls have the same mentality. White man killed his biracial daughter. The first thing you hear out of a black woman's mouth, because every time somebody says something about, like when 50 Cent was saying something about that lady that started in power because of her edges were gone, they put her with a picture of Goro. Like that shit was funny. But first thing I heard was first thing I heard was uh you're talking about a woman, a black woman, So I mean, I don't know. I think y'all get the point. I mean, I think it's just that it doesn't seem like sisters are sometimes on our side as much as we would like for them to be on our side, and sometimes they're on their side. Hey, it does happen with women. It's not just I know that you have some of these little sellout brothers, but I mean, it's, it just sucks. So okay, no more need to share this with you guys. All right. All right. Blackfoot says that's why SBM wouldn't exist if black men were able to date the black women that white men date. I'm going to go ahead and say that about that, man. I mean, just I don't know because really, honestly, in order for you to think that way, you're probably going to have to demoralize yourself a little bit, and demoralizing yourself is nothing that I am into. I mean, but I get it. I get it. There's hypocrisy behind it. I mean, okay, let me read that again. SYSBM wouldn't exist if black men were able to date the black women white men date. Let's look some pictures up. Okay, I can only confirm that one with Google because I mean, you can't really define it with a Google search for real. But let's see some of the pictures I see. Let's see if we see any interracial uh, white man, black woman couples and how the archetypes, because that's that that's something that is often visited on Facebook. Every time people want to troll, there's like every time a white man gets a black woman, she look like this and she look like that. I don't think you need to buy into that hype too much, but I will say that I do see the couple where the black woman, she's all natural, but she's natural for her bearded white guy. But I don't. Okay, all right. Let me go ahead and share this screen. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I don't think this is something that brothers should be concerned about for real. I mean, if she chooses Chad, she chooses Chad, and that's it. I mean, what can you say about that? Okay, we're looking at Google pictures, and uh, like I said, what if I pulled up that picture right there? You see that picture over there? You see this picture over there? Do black women, and it says, do black women in interracial relationships get more criticism? And of course, this is a title from a publication, Madame Noir, because feminist publications like Madame Noir and The Root always try to somehow shift the blame away from black women. But I understand what you're saying when you see by some of these pictures that you're seeing. It does look like they promote. This is just something that I feel like is just being promoted. Is this always the case? Of course not. But the thing is that I try to get us away from is the promoting of media narratives. Like, look at this guy. What does he offer besides financial stability? What does he? Is it Bria Miles? Oh my God! Yes, Bria Miles. Bria Miles is often exalted as the standard of beautiful black women. Whenever when let me do a bigger zoom on this picture. She is exalted as the example of the beautiful black woman. No one ever says anything about her dating choices. And yeah, she's quite thick. She has very thick thighs, very thick legs, nice bottom. I can only say so much. But no one is like this. This is an example of how, black women never catch heat for doing this. Now, if she broke up with her Chad tomorrow, I guarantee you black men will still be in line trying to date her and trying to have sex with her. Because let's just bottom line it. Let's just bottom line it. The goal is to date someone that look with Bria Miles archetype is to have sex. I'm not well, I'm out of that game. But, one on the outside looking in can assume that brothers would be after with her just for that. And if you think she stopped having sex with Chad, that Chad will stick around just for love and all that other stuff, you are badly mistaken. Chad wants the same thing the brothers got. The brothers want from Bria Miles. That ass. But that's just my point. That's just my point. Do you think that do you think there'll be black women lined up around the corner to get Donald Glover? I mean, like, who is Donald Glover in a relationship with anyway? I don't even know. But the Donald Glover was the center of like a big policing narrative like a while back. Like, we can't. But for some reason, if you pro black, you can't. You you can't date a white woman, or you can't be pro black and all that other stuff. blah blah blue blue blue. That's why I'm not against pro black. I just don't think it makes any sense at this point. Just be pro common sense. But oh, look at some of the other pictures. Yeah, look at that beautiful family right there. Cute, cute kids. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I love you, black woman. But let me put it to you like this. Let me put it to y'all like this. Let me put it to y'all like this. If she can go get that appreciation from him, if she can go get that appreciation from him, and she can't get it from you, you can't be mad at her about that. You can't. But the hypocrisy piece, I totally agree with. So let's just get it off of that for right now. So I do kind of understand this is an image that's being promoted. Is that it 100% of the time? I really don't think so. It's never it 100% of the time. And I mean, like if you're that, you might be guilty of adhering to a stereotype. So there. Mhm. All right. At Stoic, she can attract a high value, productive black man, but if she doesn't respect him, his productivity is meaningless. That right there is fact. That right there is fact. If like, yeah, you can be productive as all get out. You can be a millionaire, but if you act like a bitch, guess what? Those options just flood the fuck open. Yeah, let me. Blackfoot said something. It's not their looks; it's the way they know they must carry themselves. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I don't know if y'all remember this viral video that went around a while back. This guy had put together all these clips. I think that it was a famous. I think it was. I think it was a guy that was big in the YouTube circle. I'm not sure who that person is, but there was this viral clip of all these white man black girl couples. Oh well, I shouldn't say white man black. Okay, white dude black girl couples, and she was acting all giggly. The black girl be acting all giggly, saying that he's the man. I mean, verbally confirming this shit. I mean, like they so happy, and it's like, yeah, like they carry them like these girls, like a couple of them were natural, doing their natural hair and everything, and they put it beside a clip vignette of black girls reacting to black dudes very, very harshly and negatively. Now, now, do we want to get into the whole black men, like black women treat white men better? I mean, I think they kind of do. So, if that's what you meant by carrying themselves, Blackfoot, yeah, I don't, I don't see them like every time I see, I guess, a black woman, white man couple in public, she looks very, very agreeable. She looks very respectful. She's giddy. She's smiley. She follows him. She lets him lead. Um, Black couples usually are more is more of a even solidarity feel. Sometimes he's more like oh boy, here we are again, and she's kind of like got her nose in the air, stuff like that. Man, Cold TV, some of these black women choosing to submit to a white man is hilarious. Yeah, it's funny, and it really highlights hypocrisy. Why would a person say like why would a person say something like that? It's because of what they publicly see when they see this. I mean, I don't think okay. Yeah, this is a very interesting statement. That shit looks so weird. LOL. A black woman submitting to a white man but won't submit to a black man. Ha ha. They're always talking about submit for what? Any man a woman gets with, she gonna have to submit. Yeah. Now this is gonna invoke the submission conversation right here because That's like a lot of these broadcasts and a lot of people that I see on social media, they do make this a subject and they do complain about submitting to black men. It's like, what are you submitting for? Like, what are we giving them to submit to? And when they say stuff like that, I guess they mean, I don't know, we're not giving them the bag, we're not taking care of home, we're not paying all their bills, we're not taking care of all the children they made by other men. We're not leading. That's what they're saying. We don't have we don't have the leadership abilities that they didn't raise us with, or something like that. But this, like, personally, I don't care if a black woman submits, but you have to understand this: no man really has to deal with you. No one's entitled to anything. Why? If don't submit to a man. Who cares? But don't be the girl always ending up complaining on social media about men that you will not submit to. And really, I don't think that they really have the definition of submit correctly. They think submitting means that they turn into a slave, a groveling ass slave that gets on their knees and say, "Yes, daddy, what do you want?" Now, a lot of girls will do that for Chad. Oh man. But I just think y'all got y'all definition of submission screwed up. I think a lot of these girls think that submission is turning themselves into a slave, or what they try to make submission out to be. Let's not bullshit. Submission to me means compromise and letting the man lead. And of course, if he gives you something to lead with, but most of you are not choosing guys that have leadership skills. Y'all choosing guys for dick. Stoic. But what is certain is that Western black men do not vilify the basic native looks of black women. We are not really insulting their skin color or their natural hair. Nope. We're not. Here comes the hair conversation. See, here comes the hair conversation. Because I saw a post, like I keep saying, I saw a post the other day. I saw a post the other day. Oh man, I'm gonna have to upload some of these screenshots. But basically, it was this dude was like, if y'all, why are y'all mad at? He basically said, why are y'all mad at black men for dating white women if y'all want to look like white women? And then he gave these examples of women who straightened their hair and colored it blonde. Man, I'm so mad. Why y'all always have this hate for black? Like, first thing that come out their mouth, y'all just hate and put down black women. I mean, and basically what the brother was trying to say is we prefer the natural look. Like, how super sexy is it when a woman goes with her natural look? Like like her natural hair, she dresses in a way that isn't, that expresses her electric, feminine Afrocentricity. A lot of these brothers are upset, not really so much upset, they're questioning you as to why they can't get it like that. And more so, why are you so quick to do it for Chad? Yeah, and then they say we are not really insulting their skin color or their natural hair. Yeah, because I keep hearing this whole colorism narrative and colorism argument always shirked on black men. Like, black men are always the ones talking about, that we're talking about that the darker, like, it's black men saying the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I mean, I don't know where all of this shit is coming from as far as this colorism thing. Because if anything, I grew up promoting the beauty of dark skinned women and darker skinned women. And I'm not saying that to pander to dark skinned women, because I know there's a dark skinned activist out there. And that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm sorry. For those of you watching, that is the dumbest fucking shit that I've ever heard in my fucking life. A dark skinned activist. I mean, do what you want to do. It's your freedom of speech, but I do reserve the right to call out stupidity. And that is just stupid and it's divisive. And I will say this, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. Black men aren't colorist. We're just not. You can believe that to be a lie all you want. Black men are not colorist. I mean, hell, it just let me put it like this. How am I gonna hate dark skin if I am dark skinned? But when I'm around like people who are dark skinned or love to claim that label, they have more criticism for light skinned people. When I'm around light skinned people, I don't hear light skinned people criticizing dark skinned people. Shit, they even have this narrative going around about light skinned dudes. They'll talk about light skinned dudes in a heartbeat. They have a picture of Prince at a laptop, butt naked, talking about some. This is light skinned dudes when they do their taxes. Shit, hell, dark skinned people, I don't really see being affected by colorism. I think that it goes along with some self hate and racism that you see. But most of the shots being taken at dark skinned people are coming from racist. I mean, that's what I see. If I'm wrong, now let's circle back to this. God's word save 7 at man code. We all know the submission equals slavery argument is just excuses and deflection. Yep, exactly, exactly. I got kicked out of a Facebook group. Now I say that quite often, but damn, I got kicked out of 3 Facebook groups over the holidays just for telling the truth. One Facebook group I got kicked out of because I said you cannot make Lizzo pretty to anyone. Yeah, y'all say, oh, black men love talking about Lizzo, blah, blah, blah. Y'all are upset. No, we're just making the point that we're tired of this little shit that you're trying to do to us. Hey, oh, trying to tell us what's beautiful and what isn't beautiful. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. Like, like, if you're any kind of real man, and this is not real man shaming like y'all do, whatever you accept as beautiful is gonna be beautiful to you. You don't have to have anybody tell you what's beautiful. Like, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, but in the other Facebook group I got kicked out of because like, okay, I tried to ask a question and it didn't get approved, and I called out the group owner. I said, why is the framing of the conversation always black men are arguing with black women, but black women, but it's never black women arguing with black men? Well, I have to frame it up. She thought I was trying to start a gender war. But you scroll down the group wall of the post that got approved, and there was this girl saying, ask a black man to describe a good black woman and watch him describe a slave. And watch him describe a slave. So I confronted the group owner. I'm like, look, you didn't want to approve my post just because I asked a simple question, but you approved that girl's post and you talking about a damn gender war. See, that's what the thing is. I think y'all want this gender war to continue. For those of you joining the broadcast, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, why not? Please hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, thank you. Thank you very much. You are awesome for subscribing to this channel. And 2020 is going to be a very, very interesting year, I promise you. So why do black women think that submission in a relationship to a man equals slavery? Why do y'all think that is? Put it in the comment section. Why do y'all think? Do you think that they have a point or they're just spoiled? I think they're just spoiled and they don't want to listen to nobody. All right. The biggest pushers of colorism and making women feel insecure about their dark skin are pushers of the colorism argument. They make money off the insecurities they emphasize on. But isn't that a lot of people doing a lot of things doing that? But is Aren't we all to an extent? I mean, I don't like to prey on people's insecurities because that's kind of predatory behavior. But yeah, they're trying to make money off people's insecurities. It's like if you go around life thinking it's because of my dark skin, then shit. Then you got somebody finally validating that for you. That now here's another thing. Social media. Social media validates fools. Social media validates fools. I use the Takashi 69 talking point. If you ever heard anything Takashi 69 has put out as far as music, some of you were rated inaudible, but he has a massive following. If you got somebody out there validating your insecurities, you're gonna one day give them money for it, especially if they write a book. Like a book like a single moms are for grown men only. Mm, mm, mm. Red pill addict. How are you doing? Black women criticize the looks of other black women way more than the small percentage of black men that do that. Yep. Yeah, yeah. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Okay, let me put it to you like this. If you got a narrative out there that black men will just screw anything, but you're saying that black men are criticizing your looks, wouldn't one cancel out the other? Would it matter at that point? It's like you had a nappiest head in the world, but if you're getting dick like that, you're validated. I don't care what you say. If you're attracted to someone, that means that you're attracted to someone. In terms, that means that you are attractive. Yeah, black women do talk about black women tear down black women faster than anyone. Shit, look at the Gabby Douglas situation. Remember Gabby Douglas? Remember that whole debacle? The gymnast, Gabby Douglas, even Simone Biles. They talked about the way them young women look. Black women in particular. Shoot, they talking about her hair every time. It's like they always talk about brothers talking about women's hair, but they talk about hair more than anybody. Let's see. Edward Anderson. They want the situation to improve but not change. Hence, anything that requires them to change is problematic. A lot of people just want to sit on their asses and watch change happen instead of actually being the change themselves. Here I am bringing up the Facebook group again. And I'm gonna type something. Just the Facebook group is private for anyone that wants to look up that Facebook group, just look me up on Facebook or go to the Facebook page BMBBH YouTube. I'll type some up in a minute so you'll visually know what that is. Go like that page, BMBBH YouTube. Go look that page up, like it, message me. I'll put you in the Facebook group. So what I was about to say, the Facebook group is everybody wants change, but nobody wants to participate in the change. They complain about the posts that are being put up. Um, they say these black men are doing nothing but bash these black women, but you see 20 posts saying that as opposed to the one or two posts that actually might qualify as black woman bashing posts. So, well, to those people, to those people, I would always say, why not make a positive post instead of making this post right here? If you're going to complain about the posting, why don't you do the posting that you want to see done here? And it always goes back to the same BS. It always goes back to the same BS. You want change, but you don't want to participate in the change. Here's something else that I say. Everybody complains like when everybody complains about these people coming forward to say like especially like people like Killer Mike. A lot of people complain about Killer Mike. I say, why don't you get your ass out there and say what you want people to hear so they'll follow you instead of Killer Mike? But anyway, what if Killer Mike actually was successful and we got tangible change in the black community? We wouldn't be turning away shit. We wouldn't be turning away a damn thing. Y'all complain about these, like y'all complain about guys like Kaepernick, but what if Kaepernick brought forth some tangible change? Some of you'll be the first one with your hand out. Oh, thanks for the change. Thank you for that change that I could have helped do. Man, Cold TV, I honestly don't pay attention to the colorism thing. It's funny. Yeah, it's um no, I don't pay attention to it either. I wonder why it exists. Gerald Jelks, hello here at 4 in the morning. Well, what's going on, man? Appreciate you for stopping by. Like, we're talking about various things, but well, the purpose. Let's go back to the original purpose of this broadcast. Okay, and let me put my banner back up. Why the fuck should I care if a black man wants to save himself? This is how I started out this broadcast. It really was my response to the SYSBM backlash that I've been seeing, and like I would say, like due to the anti-black man bullshit that I see all over social media, why wouldn't a black man, especially a younger, more impressionable man that really tried with us, not adopt this philosophy? It's like, what case are you making for yourselves to make sure that young black men don't go this way? Because it seems to me like there's this huge entitlement to try to get black men to stick around. Like it's presented as entitlement instead of, hey, you know what? We understand your concerns. We understand your frustrations. Let's see if we can come to a happy medium. No, when you mention this kind of thing to people, it becomes, oh, all these black men are whining just because they're not getting no pussy, which is stupid. So let's go back to this. Go back to the chat. All right. Dark skinned women are complaining about the fact that they can't get the men they want and they use their dark skin as a deflection. Yep. Yep. Because most of that dark skin shit has come from the fact that they were teased as children and they haven't gotten over certain things as kids. I used to get called a lot of names as a kid, but I got over that when I became an adult. Sometimes it's traumatizing, but if you, it's like, okay, as I say, for instance, they walk on their school campus and all of a sudden everybody looking at them just like, look at that dark skinned person, which I just don't see that. That looks ridiculous to me. But let's just say it happens. Oh, look at that dark skinned person. All of a sudden somebody pick up a beanbag, throw it in their head, talking about some darky. This is black people now. No, I can't see it either. I can't see it either. But this is how these people act. Some people act like dark skin is being just dark skinned people are just as persecuted by black people as you know as white people have persecuted black people themselves. And no, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. It's the same. Okay. As stupid as this narrative is, let's put select and non-select in that category right there. Okay, you say there are select and there's non-select men, and then you're going to turn around and say there's select women and there's non-select women. What do the non-select women usually say as to why they're non-select? Are they usually blaming themselves like they want black men to blame themselves for being non-select? Or are they always using something like, oh, it's because I'm overweight, like in Lizzo's case. You don't think it's sexy that I'm overweight. Or, oh man, my dark skin. My dark skin. Man, let me tell you something, man. Men are fucking women of all shades. All shades. So, like I said, if you're like I said earlier, if you're a person that says that black men will just screw anything, but you're saying men won't date you, black men won't date you because of your dark skin, you're gonna have to make up your motherfucking mind. You're gonna have to make up your motherfucking mind because by saying somebody will fuck anything, you fall under anything. You fall under anything. And if they're not fucking you, not only does that make them not fuck everything and anything, that makes you non-select. So accept your non-selectness like these black men have to. Accept it. Blackfoot, if I were 5'2", 325 pounds, and hung like a tube of chapstick, would these same black women be with me just because I'm a black man? No, 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 they wouldn't. No, no, I'm afraid not, sir. Unless you got a bag. Unless you got a bag. That's the answer to that question. If you got a big old bag of money, I guarantee you'll find some of that loving. And guess who just reiterated what I said? Gerald Jacks. No, Blackfoot, it's your bank account. All right, now, hold up. I'm gonna have to give you some shine, Stoic One, because you keep saying some positive things about being BBH and myself. Too. I'm gonna go back and make you a mod for those comments, sir. Yep, you get a blue wrench, and when you get a blue wrench in this space, that doesn't make you a whole ass nigga. Yes. Yep, it is the original BMBBH group, the brainchild of some guy called Kevin Esther. Yeah, so if somebody tries to call themselves black men being brutally honest with everyone, Stoic One, you make sure you let them know that the original came from Kevin Esther. Yeah. So just look up Kev Esther on Facebook. Request me as a friend, and then I'll put you in the group. Gerald, I think they put you out the group. I'll put you back in. Um, yeah, and in many ways, the original BMBBH group, FB entity, is the father of a mode of thinking of other progressive black male spaces. Yeah, and you know what else? We survived for 2 years because really Facebook tries to shut down black male spaces. They try to, well, we somehow kept that black identity extremist label off of us, but it's just that was always my intention for it. Whenever you hear the name black men being brutally honest with everyone said, people are often people are often labeling it as an anti-black space, like a familiar YouTuber, a YouTuber familiar to you all actually tried to push that narrative. Uh, well, I will say that BMT said it a couple times that we were an black woman bashing space. And let me tell you, the reason why people say that is because you stand in opposition to the narrative that see, I shouldn't even say nobody name. I lost a viewer. It's like when someone's so whack that when you say their name, you lose viewers. But just that let me know right there. I shouldn't be talking about folks. I should be focused on myself. But it is what it is. He did say that. Like I can show if I can go back and find that post. This dude, like a few months after the group started, this dude wrote a whole dissertation about the group. Oh, oh man, this is a gay man space, and it's just negative, it's anti-black, it's Russian trolls, it's white people in blackface. Like it was gloom and doom, like heaven and earth. Like just like Yeah. Well, yeah. Say it again. Well, let me put it up there. It is so far from being anti-black woman at its core. Yeah, it is. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. My intention for the Facebook group, I actually expressed that in this YouTube channel. Is like I do a bunch of news stories and give my perspective, which really any Facebook group actually does. But it was never meant to be a roast like that. That's what happened in that group the other day. Somebody came for Kevin been running a roast group called Black Flight. Everybody wants to tell me what the group is, but does not want to ask me what the group is. I think that at its core, people are just upset because a black man created a space. Like there's such disrespect for black men. You even hate the fact that black men are creating spaces. What's the first thing come out of these females' mouth when you hear black male space? They think it's anti-black woman. You know why they think it's anti-black woman? Because every time you go to a lot of these black women's spaces, some of the first things you see are anti-black man. It's anti-black man or it's praising Chad. I don't care about the Chad praising because a lot of that shit is coming from single mothers. I mean, and that's amongst other reasons. I don't care who you date, but there's a lot of anti-black man rhetoric in it. Here's my most shining example that I will always use. There's this guy that roamed Facebook groups that beat a pregnant girl. His pregnant girlfriend, she was 8.5 months pregnant. I mean, she was ready to drop. He put her in a fucking headlock. I think he hit her a couple times too. You go and here's the thing: this guy is a very, very big simp online. He's very anti-black man. He's very he even says things to promote the alphabet community over black men. And these black women love him. They know he beat that pregnant woman. They know he did. I said, I even asked one of these women, you know he beat a pregnant woman, right? The girl said, well, he ain't never done that to me. I was like, wow, your hatred for black men runs deep. I was like, and then I made this point. Y'all talking about some shit Bill Cosby 30 some years ago. But this guy did this just over a decade ago, and you're giving him a pass. That's why I don't believe none of y'all. That's why I can't take none of y'all seriously. That's why I can't take any of you seriously after seeing stuff like that. It's like y'all are capable of anything. Y'all are capable of any train of thought. But y'all want to call me anti-black woman because I ostracize a guy that beat a pregnant woman. Y'all let these simps get away with anything. Simp could kick a baby as long as he's shitting on black men online. Is it okay with y'all? I don't know if it's that extreme. Man, for years we've been in hated just for existing. Yeah, yeah, no one can deny that. But the thing is about that bit of knowledge is this: what defines us is how we react to it, to the criticism, to the negativity. I think the best thing for black men to do at this point is to show solidarity, to unite, to unite under this. I wouldn't say even one accord, just similar accords. That is up to us for the BS to end. I mean, you don't necessarily have to save yourself. I don't blame you. But yeah, Gerald, this is true. Yeah, we've been hating on for years. Like, I'm a bigger black man. Let me put it like this. I'm a bigger black man. I know that there is a certain way I have to carry myself in public. I have to have the ability arm to be disarming to people. I have to look as less threatening as possible. And I'm talking about this is at Cabo. Like I got pulled over one time. I got out of the car on a cop. This was years ago. And like this was when I was really on the push-ups and everything. That cop told me, man, I thought we did white cop too now. He said, I thought we was gonna have to fight. He said, I thought we was gonna have to fight. Like he put me in handcuffs. He asked me why I would get out the car on a routine traffic stop. It's like, man, it's like, well, I mean, because I was really on some crazy shit back then. I really was. You know, that man could have shot me. Could have, but he didn't. He was actually a nice, he was actually kind of nice. It was him, and then an even bigger black guy cop pulled up. Like that dude was huge. I wouldn't have threw hands with that dude. No, not for real. That dude looked like he's a master of the haymaker. But like everything was all good. I went free without a ticket. I mean, I even got caught with some weed that time. I mean, for real. I got out scot free with everything that night. Like this is back like 2008, 2009. Yeah, that was over a decade ago. So yeah, it's just that. But other than that, shoot. But anyway, y'all, I think I'm about to get out of here. I gotta do some things. I gotta I gotta continue with this life that scrutinizes me. So because I am a black man, but I also have to deal with it in a way that I have to deal with it in a way that lets me know that all this upbringing that I had, all this positive upbringing that I had from my mom and my dad, really, really had its great effect on me. So yeah, plus the fact that the little girl is gonna be waking up any minute around and hopping all over me, hitting me in the head. Like my little 5-year-old daughter started punching me in the face. Like she just comes up and wham, just like that. And I'm like, good God. It's like, where did this come from? I'm sorry. I mean, let's go. Let's go get you a juice or something. Yeah, but you know what? I don't even care about stuff like that because that little girl is a fighter. She a fighter already. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. It was just, okay, and I'm going back to Facebook groups again. I might make a video about this one because I'm gonna find this post and I'm gonna put up the screenshots. This this woman, black female, asked this question. She asked black men, what she said, black men, what advice would you give to your daughter? A guy said, get married first. He said, get married first. Then she turns around and said, what advice would you give your son? Would you give the same advice to your son? He was like, you asked me what advice I give to my daughter. Then she's like, no, 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 I'm gonna change it to the son now. And then another girl chimed in, oh, would you tell your son the same thing? just saying. Just saying. Just saying. This is the kind of mentality that we are dealing with. This is the kind of, and yeah, Stoic one. I think I'm a Stoic one. I'm gonna mod you. Like, yeah, I'm gonna give you a blue wrench because I guess I got more people tuning in now. I mean, I haven't had this many people tune in since Amber Geiger. No, I ain't gonna say that. That's a lie. I've had other broadcasts, but seriously though, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching and let's tell some people about this channel so I get my subs up. I'm really trying to hit 1K real soon. Um, and I think that more channels like mine are necessary. I mean, I feel like I have one of the better ones, and I just need people to find that out. So, mm, please repost that, Kev. What you want me to repost? What, this video? Mm. Yeah, as they all do. They all grow. Once you see, like this is what I see with these YouTube channels. Once they start growing a little bit, once it starts growing a little bit, then it starts growing a lot. So yeah, I appreciate the positive. Um, I appreciate the positive feedback. So okay, if if you want me to repost something or anything, just leave it in the comment section down below once I end this broadcast so I can repost it or whatever you need me to do. Or I'll put my email address in the description of this video and then people can start contacting me by email. So okay. All right. Okay. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and Kev We Trust. Goodbye. Goodbye. And for that viewer that just came back in, just watch the rebroadcast. Thank you very much.